You call your girlfriend and you ask her to mention two football players that plays for Chelsea Football Club. And you expect her to mention Cole Palmer and let's say Reece James, but she doesn't mention them. And you hear her mentioning Badiashile and Adarabioyo. How? How did you know Badiashile and Adarabioyo? Tell me. Confess. You call your girlfriend and you ask her to mention two football players that plays for Arsenal Football Club in England. And you're expecting her to mention Bukayo Saka and Martin Odegaard. But she doesn't mention those two football players. And you hear her mentioning Calafiori. Wait, Hazard. Okay, no problem. Mention another football player. And you hear her mention Zubimendi. How? How did you know these two football players? Something is fishy, you must tell me. No, you have to tell me. How did you know Zubimendi and Calafiori? You ask your girlfriend to mention two football players that plays for Barcelona Football Club. And you expect her to mention Yamal and Lewandowski. But she doesn't mention those names. And you hear her mentioning Koundé. Ha! You be like, wait babe, how did you know Koundé? You hear her mentioning Ter Stegen. How? Who told you Koundé? Who told you Ter Stegen? Who told you they play for Barcelona Football Club? Something is fishy. You call your girlfriend to mention two football players that plays for Real Madrid Football Club in Spain. And you're expecting her to mention Jude Bellingham and Kylian Mbappe. But she doesn't mention those football players. And you hear her mentioning Antonio Rudiger. Wait, are you whining me? Okay, mention another player. You hear her mentioning Aurelien Tchouameni. How? How did you know Antonio Rudiger? How did you know Aurelien Tchouameni? Something is fishy. You call your girlfriend and you ask her to mention two football players that plays for Manchester City Football Club in England. And you're expecting her to mention Erling Haaland and Phil Foden. But she doesn't mention those two football players. And you hear her mentioning Nathan Ake. Are you serious right now? Okay, mention another player. And you hear her mentioning Aoke Gundogan. Wait a minute. How did you know Nathan Ake and Aoke Gundogan? How did you know Nathan Ake and Aoke Gundogan? Are you serious right now? Something is fishy. You need to explain to me. It is it. Oh.